Welcome to What's Your Fantasy? We are going to talk about the top 10 running backs, PPR. That's right, points per reception right here. Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave some comments in the comments section on What's Your Fantasy. Hey, look. Ruining dreams under pressure. Peachy be the one to bless ya, but don't test her. The queen reigns supreme, you know what I mean? Add the boy Breezie, Prince, like a king. When the two come together in any weather, they form a bond, stay tight in any measure. So it's my pleasure, the number one team. Let the world know what's your fantasy. Welcome everybody to What's Your Fantasy. It's your boy Breezie and the one and only Crystal Peachy B. We are back talking top running backs for PPR. Now, maybe people don't understand what PPR means, Peachy, but can you please just define the term, the acronym PPR for everybody out there? And while she does that, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
PPR stands for points per reception.
Simple as that. You get a point every time they catch the ball. Now for running backs, this is great because this for teams and owners out there, this is great because it gives you an opportunity to say, okay, I can get a running back, but which running backs are also receivers, right? And so you really want to pay attention to the top tiered running backs for PPR. Now, we're not focusing mainly on their receiving skills when you're looking for these guys, but you want that extra bonus. And there's some flyers out there that finished last season with some big ass number of receptions. So we'll talk about that. Again, welcome to the show. Don't forget to smash that like button. We are sponsored by Residency. Use the promo code SFBreezie and you can save on your total purchase. You can get one of these cool Residency caps for sure. All right, let's get to the top 10 running backs. So Peachy, just before I even get to the list, who's the top running back going into the 2025 season?
The top running back going into the 2025 season is Bijan Robinson.
All right, Bijan Robinson. Let's talk a little bit about this kid. Now, I'm going to give you what he did on the ground because he was the third leading rusher in the NFL. He finished with 1,456 yards on the ground and 14 touchdowns. But here's what makes this kid special. And you guys got to give me some time because I got to figure out where he is on this list. All right. So Bijan Robinson, 61 receptions. That's 61 extra points that he got in fantasy football. All right. He was the third leading rusher, got 61 extra points just off of receptions alone. All right. And that's big for, I believe, 538 yards. Excuse me, wrong number. 431 yards and only one touchdown in the air. But what's your thoughts on Bijan? Why is he number one?
I feel like that Bijan is number one because he can do everything. He's a do-it-all running back. I feel like that in this Falcon offense, it's finally catered more towards him. And that's what was missing. It was like, at the beginning, they weren't sure what to do. They weren't sure what to do with them. They weren't sure this, whatever. Now, he settled in. This offense makes so much more sense now. This Falcon say, with new coaches and coaches and everything like that. But this quarterback Penix is also going to be really special in this offense, I feel. And I feel like that this is just the kind of quarterback that Bijan needed because they definitely make sure that Bijan has that ball in his hands. So he's definitely going to be a huge part of that Falcon offense this season.
I couldn't agree more. You talked about young quarterback. I mean, the young quarterbacks, they have two best friends, tight ends and running backs. And if they can run the ball, they can play action pass. And what they can do with Bijan Robinson is absolutely freaking run the freaking ball. I mean, this kid is a stud. He makes people miss. I wish he got points for making people miss. It's just not how fantasy football is set up. But here's what's interesting. Another running back that year, who is number 2 on our list, is going to go number 2. And that guy, his name is Jahmyr Gibbs from the Detroit Lions. Another top 5 running back. This is a top 5 running back in rushing. All right. He finished the season with 1,412 yards with freaking, what? 16 touchdowns. This kid was getting it. And Peachy, you heard some interesting news about Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit Lions. What was that news you heard about Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit Lions?
Oh, I heard that they plan on making Mr. Gibbs the focal point of the offense this year. They plan on using him a lot.
Ooh.
And a whole lot and a lot more and a lot more than that.
I like that.
He is going to be featured often and always.
Now,
which is very good.
Before you give me your thoughts on what they're going to feature him, don't forget, he is a pass-catching running back. So when you talk about features, I can't wait till you break that down. I just want to give these little stats. 52 receptions, 517 yards, 4 touchdowns. So total 20 touchdowns from this guy on last year. Is this the reason why they're going to feature him more? And what does this mean for his counterpart? Like, does this take away from his counterpart, his running back? What do they call each other? Sonic and Hedgehog? Sonic and Knuckles? Sonic and Boom? I forgot the name. My bad.
It's Sonic and Knuckles, and I do believe it does. I mean, the way they're talking, they have a plan, and that plan revolves around Gibbs. And Jared Goff is going to be throwing him the football as well as, handing it off to him for runs. But I just feel like for receptions, I think Gibbs is going to have a major season when it comes to, even better than last year. I think he's really going to. But the way that they're talking about this guy, this is the one that they want to feature in this offense.
Do you think he's north or south of 52? Receptions.
I think it's north of it.
Okay, I'm for it. This top running back. He's number 2 on our list. Shit, he better get all the receptions. He better be wide receiver 3, or 2 or something. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, give it to me, because we knew he was my favorite coming out. I liked him over Bijan. If y'all go back and watch some stuff, but they used him wrong. Now they're using them right. So we'll see what happens. Running back 3. And a lot of people, we know the Philly fans are going to come in here. They're going to boo us. That's okay, man. You guys are going to be all right. And didn't y'all just win a Super Bowl or something like that? So just relax. And on top of that, he's on the Madden cover. So congratulations to Saquon Barkley, running back 3. All right. He led the NFL in rushing, 2,005 yards. Still had 13 TDs. I don't even want to talk about how many explosive plays he had, but it just seemed like every time he got that ball, it was an explosive run. I mean, he's got that crazy offensive line, so he's set to pretty much do it again. Talk about my man while I look up his receiving stats.
Mr. Saquon Barkley is definitely going to ball out. Do I think that he's going to have the stats he did last year? No, I don't. I really do not think that he's going to have that type of a season, because I feel like that his quarterback is going to play more quarterbacking this year. Okay. He's going to distribute the ball out and something like that. So, but Saquon is still going to get his, and he's still going to have a fantastic year. And I do believe that he is definitely going to be in that top 5 as far as running backs. I had no problem with him being where he is, because I do feel like that Saquon is going to pull down a little bit this season. And I think a lot of that may just have to do with, making sure that he's available. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to, you ran him into, you ran him crazy last season, but hey, you got Lombardi out of it. So he's done his thing.
Good point.
So he's definitely going to edge off and, I do believe that he's going to. But he can do it all. We know that he can receive. He can catch out the backfield. I mean, he can do everything that he needs to do too. He can run over you. He can hurdle over you. Whatever he needs
He's
to
definitely
do.
dynamic, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You watch him, you're just like, dang, this guy's like a superhero. Like he's bionic man or something like that. Now, he was 139th in receiving on the receiving list. He finished with 33 receptions on the year for only 278 yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns. He just wasn't featured. And remember that one game he dropped that wide open pass, which would have been a walk-in touchdown? That would have been more yards to him and another reception. So Saquon Barkley, running back number 3. If you guys choose to go that route, you don't want to miss out on it. A lot of people are going to boo us for this one, Peachy, but you know what? Here's what I say to them. You, for sure, absolutely, because you can't tell me that this man coming back is going to be. I'm not going to talk about his 2024 stats because they don't matter. He didn't play much. Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey. Peachy, you could just take us away and why you feel like this man is going to be the bomb.
First of all, in my keeper league, he was actually the running back that I kept in my keeper league because every single year that Christian McCaffrey has been in the National Football League, I have tried to draft him in fantasy away at the top, if not first, close to the first. So I already have him. So he is actually pick number 2 for me, of course, behind Chase. And CMC is going to have a rebound year. There's a lot of people that are really going to be wrong about him. He mentally took all that. You know, he's heard what everybody says and everything like that. We know that this dude is so special. He's another Mr. Do-It-All. He can catch out of the backfield. He can run over you. He can like be like a pseudo receiver. Like he can do it all. And he can get you touchdowns. So it's definitely nice to have a healthy CMC back. He says himself that he's 100%. So we are looking very, very forward to that. I still think that him being on the cover of Madden had something to do with it, whatever, but we'll just let that go.
So you think Saquon Barkley's going to have a bad season because he's on the cover of Madden?
You know what? I am actually terrified. I told my son I'm terrified for him. I'm going to pray.
Well, we'll
that's
see what happens.
not the case.
Beware of Saquon Barkley. He's on the cover of Madden.
I'm telling you.
So beware of that pick. Well, guess who's not on the cover? Christian McCaffrey. So if you have him, you're going to want to pick him up now. If I go back to the 2023 season, he had over 70 receptions. He had tremendous amount of yards, double-digit 20s in the touchdowns. Like, this guy definitely balled out. Will that guy return the football? I mean, that's to be determined, but you don't want to pass up on this young gentleman. I've seen running backs that dealt with injuries come back and still remain dominant as a top-tier running back in the NFL. And there's some of them that's in our top 10. Let's talk about this rookie, Aston Janti out of Vegas. Peachy, rookie, high value. We already know what he did in college. It was phenomenal to watch. He runs with a low center of gravity. It's really hard to bring this guy down. He's hard to tackle. All that good type of stuff. He's going to be playing for Pete Carroll. And I think that is the key to them. He knows how to run the ball. Like, that's something that he loves to do. What are your thoughts on GT, and how do you think he's going to do this season for fantasy football?
You actually almost said it all right there. He's going to be playing for Pete. And we know how Pete Carroll is when it comes to running the football. He is all about that ground and pound and getting after it out there. But Genty can also catch the football as well. So it makes him a really good threat. There's a lot of people that are giving us flack for having Genty in our top 10.
They are.
But I'm telling you what, this kid is special. He was special in college. He's definitely going to be special in the NFL. The Raiders need this kid really, really bad. So I expect him to be a focal point in this offense as well. Is there a tight end situation, whatever? But other than that, I really, really am looking for huge things from Genti. I think that he's got to prove a lot of doubters wrong.
I like that. Now that's running back 4. All right, let's get to running back 5 on our list. It's Devon Achane from the Miami Dolphins. This kid is a phenomenal specimen, and when he's healthy, he is fast. Okay, he is fast. He did finish last season overall 21st on yards, 907 yards on the ground. He finished with also 6 touchdowns on the ground, but he led all the running backs in receptions. 78 receptions last year from Devon Achane on 87 targets. So he was targeted a lot with Tua out of the backfield. He also finished that with 592 yards and 6 more touchdowns. What are your thoughts on this young speedster in Miami?
Achane is so exciting. He definitely, like, Tua loves throwing him the football. He really does. There is a lot of times where Achane has saved Miami in a lot of situations. And he's also saved some fantasy leagues as well. So looking forward to what he's going to bring this year. Miami's offense is going to be interesting this year. So I do believe that Achane is going to bring a lot to that offense, just like he did last year. I can't believe how many receptions he actually had last year.
8 receptions.
I didn't even know that. I don't know if he's going to get that many, but the yards may be up there. So, yeah.
Yeah, hey, look, this kid is a baller, and when he's healthy, he is a big play waiting to happen on the football. Somebody cue the music, because the king is entering the conversation. Those were our top 5. Here are the next 5 for our top 10 running backs, and everybody knows about King Henry. This guy continues to get younger and younger as he continues to play. I mean, you're talking about the number 2 rushing leader in 2024 with 1,921 yards. He was not too shy of 2,000 yards. Like, literally, he was 79 yards away from 2,000 yards. All right, and in 5 more to that, 6 more yards, he would have been the rushing leader. He also finished with 16 touchdowns. Him, and there were 3 running backs that had 16 touchdowns last year. Not Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs. Peachy, can you guess the other one off the top of your head? I'll give you a hint. It's cold. While you think, well, go ahead. No, go ahead. While you think about it, we'll go ahead and I'll talk about his receiving stats once I find him. He wasn't a big old receiving running back, but can you think of that third running back that has 16 touchdowns? Oh my gosh.
It's cold.
It's cold.
So is he out of Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay. James Cook.
James freaking Cook had 16 rushing touchdowns. I'm like, wait a minute. I got to rethink my drafting process, because I didn't know he scored that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no. Derrick Henry, Peachy, what are your thoughts on the King?
Man, what is there left to say about King Henry?
Yeah.
You know, you hear all this Saquon stuff, and like, I get it. I love Saquon too. But man, King Henry was on his last year. He was right there with him. He was very, very close, like Breezie said, to getting that rushing record as well. So Baltimore's offense definitely just, if he wasn't there, like, their offense just wouldn't look the same. He does so much in that offense and brings so much to the offense. One, you can't take him down because he's just too strong.
Right.
So you cannot. So he's definitely going to get his yards. He can also catch as well. And he can throw. He can throw a little bit too, as we've seen in the past before. He can actually throw if he needs to. So he's a do-it-all running back. in this Baltimore offense, and Lamar Jackson definitely is better for having King Henry in this
Yeah,
offense.
the fact that they get around that goal line and he takes the snap and then it's a jump throw. That's 4 points for him. So if you're looking for a running back that can get you points throwing, catching, and rushing, this is the guy. If you want him, 19 receptions, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the air. So I believe he threw for a touchdown too last year, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a total of 19 touchdowns that he had for fantasy points. I mean for fantasy football. So that's something to take into consideration when you're looking to draft a running back. Let's get to this guy. This is a young kid. He was a rookie last year, and I love everything about this kid. Let's talk about Bucky Irvin out of freaking Tampa Bay. What are your thoughts on Bucky Irvin, Peachy, as I get his stats pulled up?
The only thing I have to say about Bucky is that what he did for this offense, especially with them missing Chris Godwin and different people on this offense, and he still, had some really good stats last year. And I know Baker was very happy to have him, but Bucky's vision is what is more like most impressive to me, because his vision is so great. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Le'Veon Bell, and so his vision and his strides and everything. This dude can pick up yards quick. Like before you know it, he's gone. So if you lose sight of him, then he's out of there. So he's really dynamic.
I actually like that kind of comparison. He kind of has that stop and go type of ability to run, and then boom. It's got, so same thing with NGNT. Like these are special running backs. Yeah. Le'Veon Bell is a special running back. It's unfortunate what happened to him in his career, but special running back. Listen, Bucky Irvin, 1,122 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground. Didn't have any touchdowns in the air, but he did have 47 receptions for 392 yards. So they do feature him out of the backfield as a receiver. They will get the ball down, whether it's a check down, whatever it is. He will get you some extra yards. Bucky Irvin, top 10 in rushing last year, 1,122 yards on the ground. He's the number 10th leading rusher in the NFL. This kid, don't pass up on him because you like, who are they going to go Rashad White? It doesn't matter. Bucky Irvin is their number one running back. Rashad White, you can get him later if you're gonna do whatever. No, Bucky Irvin is the guy. Don't play that game. I got Rashad White, and then Bucky Irvin was the guy that they decided to run with. I was kind of pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So Bucky Irvin is the guy. Let's get to our next running back, Josh freaking Jacobs. I love Josh Jacobs because coming from the Raiders, going to the Packers, and the resurgence of him on their offense was phenomenal. You're talking about the 6th leading rusher in the NFL last year, 1,329 yards. He also has 15 touchdowns. What the he had 15? Man, I can't. Wow, 15 touchdowns. This guy was money. Wow, on the ground. Peachy, what are your thoughts on Josh Jacobs? I'm going to look up his receiving stats as we speak.
Josh had to be, because they had so many injuries to their wide receiver room last season. So the fact that he was able to get all of that within this Packer offense, I do believe that he is still going to be one of the top receiver or running backs this season, even though they are getting their receivers back, and they also have their rookie receiver that should
Matthew
be
Golden.
Really good, but they trust Josh, man. Just like Breezie was talking about, all those touchdowns that he got, he just knows how to get in position to make you miss with no problem. He's also another one who is really good with that agility and everything like that. So,
and he's a
looking
tough
forward to
runner,
big
and he's
things.
hard to bring down to the ground. That's what makes him like yards after contact. I know that's not a fantasy football thing, but yards are yards, and the more yards you get, the more points you get. So you kind of want to pay attention to that. 36 receptions, 342 yards, and a touchdown for Josh Jacobs on the receiving side. He is one of our top 10 running backs. We got a few more to go. He was number 9, number 10, another old guy. People are going to be like, get this old guy off your list. Nah, Cletus, we will not, because Jonathan Taylor still finds ways to produce. You're talking about the 4th leading rusher in the NFL. And talk about an old guy that dealt with injuries. This is the guy I was talking about on our list. People want to shoot down Christian McCaffrey like he can't come back. Jonathan Taylor suffered several different types of injuries. Listen, I'm going to say this, and y'all can all be like, wow. He only played in 14 games last year because of injury. He finished with 1,431 yards. Y'all make it make sense. He had 11 touchdowns in 14 games. So somebody make it make sense, because I'm trying, and if he's healthy, when he's healthy, and they had to lean on him because they just didn't have the quarterback play, so they had to overwork him. I think he's going to be fine. He's going to be good to go this year. He's going to be healthy going into this upcoming season. He's not that old. I mean, he was drafted in 2020. I mean, it's not that long ago. But he had what are your thoughts on Jonathan Taylor, our number 10 running back?
So I feel like that he is not only going to be like in the top 10, I feel like that he may wind up being in the top 5, because I don't think his quarterback play is going to get any better. So I think that they are going to rely on him just like they had to last season. And I feel like it's even going to be better this season. And he could wind up being a top 5 running back. Wow. Because when he is healthy, he is special. And he's another one that can do everything. And I mean everything. And I feel like in this Colts offense, man, they're going to need him so much. And they're going to rely on him so much. So I'm looking for huge points to come from him this year. So definitely am. I may try to draft him, actually.
I hear you. Look, quarterback play does come into picture here. He only had 18 receptions last year for 136 yards. Definitely on the lower totem of the running backs and receiving, but we've seen years where he's been that featured target as a pass catching running back. It just hasn't been last year. On his career, 141 total receptions. So that they definitely feature him if he has the quarterback that can get the check down or whatnot. Great running back to have. If you guys, he's a top 10 running back, and there's several other running backs. We're going to go through sleepers. We're going to go through guys to stay away from. We're going to go through different types of running backs. But if you can get you one of these top 10 running backs, your fantasy football team should be good to go. Just a quick recap. We got Jonathan Taylor at number 10, Josh Jacobs at number 9, Bucky Irvin at number 8, Derrick Henry at number 7, Devon Achane number 6. He slipped out of our top 5. Then our top 5, Ashton GNT, Christian McCaffrey 4, Barkley 3, Gibbs 2, and the number 1 running back, Bijan Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in to Watch It Fantasy. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching, and check out our other video where we're going over the top 10 wideouts. Man, you don't want to miss out. So check out those videos. We truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace out. Thank you all for your support here on the WayneBreezie channel. If you're new, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash the like button and check out the other videos. Thanks for watching.